the line 2 in human design is the natural, the hermit. And when we speak about this house metaphor, it is the first window. When we talk about the line 2, I want you to picture this house, right? Line 1 is the foundation, line 2 is the first window on the first level. And this window metaphor is really perfect because line 2 has a very specific vibe. It's not trying to be out there all the time. It's not trying to prove anything, and it's not trying to investigate anything like the line 1s are. Line 2 is called the natural, and it's also called the hermit, meaning that the gift is a natural talent and the lifestyle is often private. So the core of the line 2s, the line 2 energy is absorbed in its own process. It is the person who can do something very beautifully without always knowing how or why. It can look effortless from people looking from the outside and in on a line 2. And here's a little twist. Line 2 often does not recognize its own talent. It's very common for a line 2 to think, well, this is super normal, everyone can do this. And then someone else sees it and goes, no, that's not normal, that's you. You're really good at this. That's why the line 2 is described as being here to be called out. Not pushed and not forced, called, be called out. The projection part in a line 2 is that it says projection, and that's important. Line 2 creates a projection field because people can sense there's something in there. Like you're in the window quietly doing your thing, and people walk by your window and they're like, what are you doing? Oh my God, show me that, teach me, come out here. And if it's the call and it's correct, a line 2 will shine. But if the call is not correct, a line 2 will feel exposed, interrupted, or even irritated. Because the natural state for a line 2 is just let me be, don't bother me. And this is the hermit space, right? Line 2 genuinely need alone time. Not because it's broken or not because it's antisocial in a negative way, but because its gift refine themselves in privacy. So a line 2 needs time where nobody is watching, judging, or expecting or demanding any performance from them. And this is why so many line 2 people can seem like, well, don't bother me. And they can also be very, seem like they are absorbed in themselves. And also the line 2 have to wait for that correct call. And it's not laziness, but it is an alignment. So the shadow side of a line 2 is that, well, every line has a shadow and a sunny side, right? And for line 2, that shadow side often looks like they're pulling away too much, perhaps, hiding because attention feels unsafe for them, feeling inadequate when someone calls you out, getting nervous about being seen, so they try to make themselves smaller, not trusting your gift because you didn't earn it through any kinds of studying, you know. And line 2 can also feel that pressure to explain itself like a line 1 would do. But line 2 isn't here to research everything. A line 2 is here to be natural and let the right people recognize it. So a very simple example of a line 2, imagine someone who can naturally calm a horse, for instance. They are not reading 10 books on nervous system regulation. They're not analyzing anything. They're just naturally steady, naturally connected, and naturally present. And other people will notice that and say, how did you do that? And the line 2 person might even respond, well, I don't know, I just did that. That's just me. And that's a line 2. And how can you work with your line 2 correctly? So if you have a line 2 in your profile and you have a lot of line 2 activations in your body graph, the key here is to give yourself permission to be private, and also give yourself permission to be called out. So you don't need to chase any opportunities the way other lines might do. The right invitation and the right recognition and the right call finds you when you are in your own correct rhythm. And your job is discernment. So is this call correct for me? Do I actually want to come out of my hermit cave for this? Do I have the energy for this? Do I trust the person that is calling me out on this? Because when the call is correct, your line 2 becomes magnetic. And the line 2 signature in like one sentence is that the line 2, the natural gift that refines itself in privacy and blossoms when it's recognized and called out correctly. So enjoy that reading and teaching if you are a line 2.